Welcome, Eridan. I suspected you would find your...
You know my name, yet I do not believe we have met.
News travels swiftly in this household. I suspect everyone in Imladris has heard of your exploits by now. But such adventures are often hard on one's weapons and armor. Perhaps you have need of my...
What task are you working at now?
My fellow smiths and I are preparing for a great work. Soon we will be called upon to reforge the legendary sword Narsil. In the meantime, I've been sharpening my skills by practicing the art of imbuing gems.
What can you tell me of this sword, Narsil?
Narsil was the sword of Elendil, a mighty lord of the Dunedain who defied the... It was to remain broken until the day when an heir of Elendil would go to war to reclaim the crown and title of king.
I have gathered a few artifacts of interest on my travels. I believe you might be able to help me with them.
Ah, these are work of Westernese, the lost land of Numenor. The men who forged these items were skilled indeed. You have the makings of a unique weapon here. Although these components were never part of a single work, I believe you have assembled everything I would need to make it so. The finished weapon would undoubtedly carry some elven qualities.
What do you mean by that?
Only that with a work such as this, the finished product is liable to reflect the nature of the smith who assembles it. If, for example, a dwarven smith were to complete this weapon, it might possess quite different qualities from the weapon I would...
I would be pleased if you would undertake this task.
Very good. There.
Pardon my curiosity, but you don't appear to be one of Elrond's people.
No, I am one of the woodland folk of Mirkwood. My name is Legolas Greenleaf, the son of Thranduil, king of the Woodland Realm. But I too am curious. You don't appear to be one of the men of Dale, nor one of the Beornings.
I'm Eridan.
Ah, one of those who follow Aragorn.
He is our chieftain, yes. But how is it that you know Aragorn in distant Mirkwood?
Aragorn is a great traveler. Although he is not a frequent guest in my father's realm, he is known and honored there all the same.
Tell me about Mirkwood.
Mirkwood is the greatest woodland in all of Middle-earth. It was called Greenwood the Great, before the shadow of Sauron fell. In ages past, it was a place of great beauty. But now, it is filled with darkness and dread, save only in the north where my father's realm is maintained.
What brought you on such a long and perilous journey?
Unpleasant business. My father sent me to report the escape of Gollum, a creature Aragorn had entrusted to our care.
Will you be departing for your home soon?
No. I have been chosen to represent Elvenkind among the Company of the Ring. I will be accompanying the halfling, Frodo Baggins, on his journey south.
It seems strange that with so many elves in his own household to consider, Elrond chose to make you a member of the Fellowship.
I asked for the privilege, and Elrond did not refuse me. I feel he may have been relieved not to lose any of his household to this quest. He will have need of all his strength, should the enemy move against Imladris.
I am curious why you...
Partially to make amends for the loss of Gollum, but more so, because this will be the final chapter in our long struggle against the darkness. And I wish to have a hand in our final victory. Or at least...
May fortune favor your fellow...
The sun shines and all is fair and peaceful. A far cry from the blood and dust of Fornost, is it not? You and your companions did very well there. Indeed, things might have gone badly for us had you not been there. You have earned some time to recover from the toils of battle and and I believe you will find no place better for the restoration of body and spirit than this, our home.
Will you tell me more about your family? I know Elrond is your father.
Yes, it was he who established the refuge of Imladris. My brother and I have dwelt here all our lives. Our sister Arwen dwells here as well, although she has spent many years in the company of our grandmother.
What of your mother? Does she dwell here also?
Our mother has crossed the sea and left Middle-earth. It is a bitter tale to tell. Many years past, on a journey across the misty mountains, our mother was captured by orcs. We searched the mountains without rest until we found her at last. Our father was able to heal her injuries, but the memory of her torment was too terrible for her to bear. Perhaps now you understand why our hatred for the orcs.
That is a sad tale.
No, my friend. We have drawn swords together in the same cause. You have earned our trust. We do not wish to keep anything hidden. This is the evil that we have pledged our lives to destroy, just as you have.
I wish you luck.
Hello. You are Aradan, aren't... I was hoping I would get a chat.
And you are Frodo Baggins.
Likewise, they have told me all about you. I wanted to thank you and your friends for all you did to keep us safe on our journey to Rivendell.
You are most welcome, Frodo. It is only...
It seems as if I owe everyone thanks. You, Aragorn, Elrond. Without the help of each of you, I wouldn't be here now.
Anyone who travels far in the wild is certain to find peril.
I've learned that only too well. I had hoped the danger would end once I reached Rivendell, but it seems as if it is just beginning. I hope I can find the courage to face the road ahead.
Take heart. You will have Aragorn and Gandalf with you. No one could ask for better companions on a dangerous journey.
Yes, I can't think of a better pair to have with me in a pinch than Gandalf and Strider. Without them, I would feel as if I was wandering alone in the dark.
I feel there is more to you than meets the eye, my friend. I trust that you will not fail us. Go with the goodwill of all who remain behind.
Hello again. This stay in Rivendell has done wonders for me. I almost feel like my old self.
Will you tell me about your journey here? Clearly, it was not an easy one.
We had trouble almost from the start. The Black Riders were always just behind us, and we nearly met disaster in the Burrow Downs, at Bree, and...
You entered the Borrowed Downs? If you escaped from there, you are made of sterner stuff than I'd imagined.
You seem to know a great deal about the Burrow Downs already. I'd prefer not to speak about what we found there. It is too horrible to dwell on. Even here in...
I feel there is more to you than... I thought it rare to find one dwarf so far from home. Yet here is another. If I may say, there's something about you that reminds me of my companion Farron.
Gimli, son of Gloin, at your service. Your eyes serve you well, Ranger. Farron is indeed a kinsman of mine, and a most valiant dwarf. And if I may say, your own fame has gone before you. You fought well at Fornost, and I hear much praise of your exploits. Most impressive, though of course you had Farron's help.
I must concede the usefulness of a dwarf in battle. He wields his weapon to good effect, as long as he stays clear of my knees.
Useful? I dare say you'll find him more than useful. Why, he's a
Farron said no word of other kin coming to join him. What brings you here to Imladris?
Aye, it's a long march from the halls of Erebor, but grim news goes on swift feet. It was for Bilbo's sake we came, with a warning that the servants of Sauron wished to find him and his ring. Thrice a Black Rider came to the front gate of Erebor, demanding news of Bilbo, and threatens to return once more. Ere that should happen, King Dain sent my father, Glóin, to seek the advice of Elrond. You've heard the results of the council? I see you have. I have sworn to protect Frodo upon his quest, an oath I will fulfill though all the orcs of...
You're bold to defy a Nazgul if it was indeed one of the 9 who came to your door.
Not one of the Nazgul, I think, but it was a fell servant all the same, who spoke in a voice like the hissing of snakes. What sort of man can serve the enemy willingly, even gladly, is beyond my understanding. More cruel than any orc he struck me, full of venom and lies.
Your words fit Agandaur well. His cruelty knows no bounds.
Could it be so? Perhaps. It is enough that we will not be deceived by promises from Mordor ever again. The only way the Dark Lord gets his ring back this time is when it's tossed into the fires of Mount Doom.
Elrond has asked us to scout the Edenmoors. But what is it that worries you about the north?
I like not what I've heard of this Agandaur you drove from Fornost. He could yet cause grief untold. There are rumors of gatherings of orcs, goblins, and other deadly foes growing in strength. When the Dark Lord strikes, there will be more than one land that feels his wrath. I fear for the Shire and Rivendell. It would ease my heart to know that you'll look to the defense of the North for as long as you... with help from Farron, of course.
For my part, you have my word on it. And I have no doubt your trustworthy kinsman and Andriel will stand by my side.
Eredan, I am glad of this chance to speak with you. I wish to tell you how proud I am of all you have accomplished. Halbarad has taught you well, and your acts of courage honor the memory of our brothers who fell at Sarn Ford. Knowing I have the loyalty of such men strengthens my resolve.
I would like to know more about those chosen to be...
Who is it that interests you?
What about this man of Gondor, the one called Boromir? If he hails from Gondor, then he is one of our long-sundered kin. But what else do you know?
Boromir is the son of Denethor, the steward of Gondor. I had never met him before Elrond's council, but long years ago, under another name, I served his grandfather. The men of Gondor are valiant and strong, and by all...
What about Gandalf?
To know all there is to know of Gandalf would... Yet he is a relentless foe of Sauron, and without his vigil...
I feel I should accompany...
The Ring-Bearer's companions have already been chosen, and I will not gainsay the wisdom of Elrond and Gandalf. I know it is hard for you to remain behind, but until now you have always dedicated yourself to protecting the people of the North. I would ask you to continue to do so, for the servants of the enemy are found in many places, not in Mordor alone.
There are times I wonder why we do it. We have little enough thanks from those we protect.
Need I answer that? You do it because you know it is right. The North would have known little peace but for us. What roads would any dare travel? What safety would there be in these lands if we had abandoned our self-appointed duty? And two, you do it because of your faith in my line, and in me. You and the others believe that I am the right... I know it is in your heart, Eredan. You are one of the king's men, even if the king has no throne. Never believe that I am not grateful for such devotion. I will do all I can to justify your faith.
You go now to claim your rightful place as the King of Gondor.
Above all, I go to help Frodo fulfill his quest. For unless the ring is destroyed, Gondor will soon fall, king or no king.
I gather you had never heard of Agandaur before these recent events.
I had never heard nor dealt with Agandaur specifically, but I know his kind. Years ago, I served in disguise in the armies of Gondor, where I contended with the corsairs of Umbal, who were often led by those akin to Agandaur. These black Númenóreans are a corrupt and wicked race. They worship Sauron as a god and seek the utter destruction of all who oppose him.
You have traveled a great deal.
Only that it is a dangerous and unforgiving place. My own grandfather Aradur was slain by trolls in the Etten Moors. It is important we learn if the enemy is active in the moors, but we do not send you there lightly. Be on your guard at all times while you venture there.
Until next we meet.
I trust you are finding your state.
Would that I had the leisure to enjoy the peace of Imladris. But Elrond has asked me to scout the Etten Moors. My companions and I must leave as soon as may...
Then I will not keep you. I am helping my father brew a potion. I am in short supply of certain rare ingredients. With enough ingredients, I will return.
Gladly, Lady Arwen. That is a generous offer.
Well, well, a brother ranger returned from the wild. It's good to see you again, Eredan. Even stuck here as we are, we've heard reports of your deeds. You three are earning quite an... I'll never forget what you did for me in the Barrow Downs. If I were free to choose my own road, I'd be begging leave to join you on your quest.
I'd be glad to have another ranger along. What's to prevent you from accompanying us?
I'm sure you know the answer to that as well as I. Duty. We rangers never shirk from our duty, and for now that puts me here, watching out for the little folk.
Do you ever begrudge that duty?
What? Watching out for folk who fear me, or at best think of me as a rascal and a vagabond? Strangely, I do not. Knowing I help make it possible for folk to live their lives without fear, well, that helps me sleep easy at night. At least on the nights that I am allowed to sleep.
Then I will leave you to your duty.
Are you in need of supplies? I have a few things here for...
Let me see what you have found. Yes, this is indeed Athelas. Now, according to the old law, all I need to do is add these leaves to boiling water. Let Eleron breathe in these fumes.
Solana, how can this be? I thought you were all slain. But no. That was only the dark voices in my dreams. Yet, it was not all a dream, was it?
No, the battle was real enough. We were overmatched, yet you fought bravely.
I tried to do my part, but I'm afraid I was not much use. I remember being scared mostly, and then the darkness fell. I thought it was the end of all
Thankfully, Solana knew how to sing.
Mine was the knowledge, but Eridan found the herb that saved you, at great risk to his life.
Then I owe you my life, friend. Please, let me show my appreciation. My weapons were made in
These are heirlooms of your house.
No, listen. I don't claim to have the foresight of Halbarad or Aragorn, but I can tell you three are...
A noble gift. Thank you.
Are you in need of supply?
It's good to see you again, Maraudon.
Ah, well. We had the sad task of laying our slain brothers to rest. But there has been no sign of the enemy since that day. Perhaps they found whatever it was they were seeking. Or perhaps they are searching for it elsewhere.
My messenger! I have wonderful news. Rowley and I are to be wed in spring.
That is good news.
Welcome. What?
This is rough country, no mistake. But so far, we've seen no sign of trouble.
But the moors stretch on for many leagues. It would be easy to miss something in these rugged crags and valleys.
Let us continue the search, but be wary. More than one
Foul
ranger has been
creatures!
lost in these wild lands.
Faint-hearted scum!
Death take you all!
I need a little help!
I cannot take much more.
I'm badly hurt! He's a ranger now!
Have aim.
Let's see if you can take me! Need healing.
The dwarf is down! Quickly, help him! Need more time.
That's closer to death.
You cannot endure this light.
I cannot do that.
Can't take much more.
What they deserve.
Greetings, my friends. I could scarce believe what I saw from above. But elf, dwarf, and man battling the enemy together, such things are not often seen. I knew it had to be you.
Belarom, it is a strange coincidence that we should meet again so soon. I did not think to find you here in the Ettenmoors.
Nor did I. It does seem a strange coincidence, but a happy one, nonetheless.
I knew these moors were dangerous, but we've encountered more enemies than I expected. Is there something stirring we should know about?
Indeed there is. The orcs and trolls of the Ettenmoors are gathering to follow in the wake of Bagrisar, a corrupt stone giant. The foul folk respect his strength, and they will follow him for plunder and the chance to do evil. The giant must be stopped before he can bring this army to bear against our friends and allies.
A stone giant? I thought such creatures existed only in children's stories.
No, the stone giants certainly do exist, but they are seldom seen beyond the highest mountain vales. I was never told they were hostile to our kind, however.
They seldom are. Eagles and the stone giants have shared the mountain heights without conflict for many generations. But this giant, Bagrisar, is different. Without provocation, he ambushed some of our people, taking them unaware and striking them down with hurled boulders. Many of our areas he also destroyed, along with the defenseless fledglings who nested there. Gwaihir summoned his strength to punish the giant, but he fled before us. We believe he has come here to the Etten Moors, where he is gathering an army of orcs and trolls. Bargrasar is a threat to all. The sooner he is destroyed, the safer we shall be.
Could it be we will have more giants to contend with other than Bargrasar?
I do not believe so, for we have learned Bargrasar is an outcast among his own kind. They disowned him for past crimes, and will offer him no protection from our vengeance.
Gandalf the Grey traveled here some weeks ago, and he passed through unhindered. Yet now the hills and vales are alive with enemies. Is it always so?
These moors are always dangerous, a breeding ground for trolls and orcs. But even here, it is unusual to see so many enemies openly assembling. The presence of Bargrasar makes them bold. They believe he will lead them to the bloodshed and plunder they crave. And it may well be, unless the giant is destroyed.
You are a scout. Does that mean there are more of your people nearby?
My lord Gwaihir is gathering his strength. There will soon be many of my kind in the Etten Moors. We must destroy Bargrasar. The sooner the better.
We were sent here by Elrond Half-Elven to search the moors for potential threats.
I'd say Bargrasar is just about as big a threat as we might find.
Indeed. Let us join with you in the hunt for Bargrasar.
Your aid would be most welcome. Together we may be able to best him. Every hour he lives, his following grows greater. Let us press on!
Not ready yet.
Hidden Dunedain cache. yet.
Enemy archers on the high ground!
More time.
Start to face me! sorcerer! Do you fear to face the dwarf? Face a Dunadan now!
That was a close call.
hidden Dunedain cache.
Our way is barred. The gate closed behind us.
Start moving in the tree.
We must work together to overcome these odds.
Eridan, it is good to see you safely return to Imladris and seemingly untouched in battle. Such is the valor of the Dunedain.
I am pleased to be back. I have brought you the items you requested from the Etenmoors.
Thank you. You have brought these in good time, for we have made barely enough Miravor for present need, and now there is none to spare. With these supplies, I can replace what has been given away. And as I promised, I have kept aside a flask for you. Miravor is potent. Thus, I would advise you to keep this against a time when you're sorely hurt, and your strength of will falters. Drink of it then, and you will be restored.
Thank you, Lady Arwen. Is there something amiss, Lady Arwen?
You have done much already, but I will lay my problem before you. For many years, I have worked secretly upon a banner for Estelle. This must be a banner like no other, and must endure for the ages. To that end, I am using the most precious of metals, mithril. Our most skilled smith, Angmir, has drawn mithril into thread for me. The embroidery is nearly done, but as careful as I have been, I fear what I have may not be enough to complete the design.
But mithril can only be found in the mines of Moria, a distant and perilous place by all accounts. Unless you know of anywhere else we might find it.
It is true, there is nowhere in Middle-earth where mithril might still be mined other than Moria. Yet in ages past, quantities of this precious metal made their way by trade and gift to many other places in the world.
Yes. If the stories are true, the guardsmen of the Citadel in distant Minas Tirith wear helms of mithril.
Still, it seems there is little hope that more mithril can be found in so short a time. What exists in the world is likely considered too precious to part with.
It seems my fate to travel far and frequently, and what cannot be obtained in peace may sometimes be seized as spoils of war. For the sake of my captain and future king, any...
That is a noble offer. I would not ask you to go into... May Elbereth...